to me, Amira is like a budget of 3 heroes. Amira is like a combination of a Morrigan, a Helios, and a hero with a magic defense artifact, or a magic defense, team buff of some kind.
It's only a game. Why you have to be...
I'm going to split second here to seg into a different but similar kind of discussion. I want to talk about a couple of different teams to level with Amira and what I feel about Amira, having had her for a couple of days now. Now, Olympus put out a video. He is a YouTuber as well. Here we go. Olympus put out a video, and I should have linked it in the comment section below. But the team on the left is a member of the Olympus Guild, and I don't know if Risk is the player, is the person that made the video, or if this Risk individual is another person in Olympus's guild. The reason why I'm questioning this is because Olympus is the name of the YouTube channel, so I don't know if it's like, I'm not sure what the relationship is here. So if Risk is the author of the YouTube channel Olympus Hero Wars, then this is their team, and this is a I don't know if this is a maxed out fight or if this is a guild war fight. But here's an example of a great Amira team. Okay, you can see here that this is focusing on magic penetration, magic damage. We have control with Arachne. Arachne is actually the tank in this lineup. And we have some pure damage as well. We have several sources of pure damage. Okay, so this is one attacking lineup that I found for a high level player. Okay, this is one great team. Another option that we have is Misty put out a video. Here we go. Is this it? Here we go. Yeah. So Misty put out a video talking about, is Amira actually good, a couple of days ago, just kind of breaking down Amira as well. And this is the team that she used on defense. Sebastian, Amira, Celeste, Maya, and Aurora. Now, I'm personally not a fan of this specific lineup, but I understand why she chose the heroes that she did. She used this team on defense as a measure of what heroes that Amira counters. Does that make sense? So Amira counters agility heroes for a specific way. She counters strength heroes in a specific way, and she counters intelligence heroes in a specific way. And all of the teams that she threw at this defensive lineup as a way to see if this team was good versus those specific heroes, this team ended up winning out. And I'm not sure if it is because of the heroes that she's using specifically, like trying to build... For example, she tried to build a team around Yasmin to see how it did countering Yasmin lineups, but I don't really feel like the Yasmin lineup was a very strong lineup, if that makes sense, if I'm making sense there. But here's an example of a good Amira defensive team that again, Misty made for her video, and I can see how and why it would be effective, though I'm not sure that either of these choices are the best way to build Amira. Now, maybe the Olympus one is, but Olympus didn't really go into detail onto the reasoning why he built, or that Risk built, this lineup. He didn't really discuss why he chose the heroes that he did. We can guess why, right? Faceless provides magic penetration, Dorian's healing, Arachne stuns, and all of the things that stack well. Like, we can assume why these heroes were chosen for the attacking or the defending team. But there's this whole conversation around how to use Amira. There's this whole conversation around how to use this brand new hero, and let's pull her up here. So Amira she's this interesting style of hero that has 3 heavy control abilities, right? 3 heavy control abilities geared at specific countering choices. Now, you could potentially argue that this counter agility, counter critical hit hero is unnecessary because it is 7 seconds. It's only a 7-second duration, right? And if you're attacking Amira, you can just time it to not land during this 7 seconds. It could be a problem delaying your attacks. It absolutely could be. And if you're playing on defense and this Amira is attacking into you, that could be a problem because your defensive team with critical hits is obviously not able to time their critical hit, their ultimates, like Yasmin's ultimate, for example. But it ends up being that Helios with Merlin is just a better choice. Helios with Merlin is just a better choice overall. And in fact, there are other, counter crit heroes out there that they don't do exactly what she does, but they kind of avoid critical hits as well, like a dodge team, like a the Yasmin tank lineups, or the Dante tank lineups, or the Arachne tank lineups, right? You know, that's one counter ability. The blue counter ability is the one that, reduces enemy magic attack. And this is nice, right? This is nice. Is it enough? Is it enough? It ramps up. It ramps up the amount of damage that's reduced. But is it much different than what like a magic defense artifact would do? It is. Yeah, it's a nice bonus. It's a nice addition. And then finally, this Violet ability. This Violet ability has a unique counter effect that the other abilities don't have. So Amira's Violet ability blocks buffs from strength heroes. This counters Astaroth. So does Morgan. So does any number of really, really tank killer heavy builds, like Iris builds or Qingmao builds, right? But one thing that I've noticed about this that I think may help me personally is that this will steal Anvari's displacement buff, which I'm not sure how that would end up working in every situation, but in some situations I can see it benefiting my Kark team to move the displacement buff off of the enemy tank and onto the little totem, right? You guys know what I'm talking about? The Anvari stops himself and the tank or the hero in front of him from displacement effects like Kark knockups, faceless knockbacks, all those kind of things. If her Art of Deceit did damage per each level tick, those 7 seconds she would be better, but she doesn't. Yep, I agree. So to me, Amira is like a budget of 3 heroes. Amira is like a combination of a Morgan, a Helios, and a hero with a magic defense artifact, or a magic defense, team buff of some kind, or a magic attack reduction, which they do exist, heroes that reduce the enemy's magic attack, but not the whole version of that hero. Obviously, this is an entire Helios plus an entire Morgan plus an entire magic defense artifact hero. This is just pieces of that. So then you got to take a look at her ultimate ability, which does a lot of damage. This ultimate ability, if left unchecked for 7 seconds, does a ton of damage. So if you can build a team around the ultimate and just get the extra stuff as a bonus, maybe if you're building your team around Amira's magic damage ultimate, but you also don't have to level up Helios. You don't have to level up Morgan. You see what I'm saying here? It's not necessarily use this hero instead of Helios. Use this hero instead of Morgan, right? Use this hero because you like the massive area of effect damage, which can't be negated by Sebastian, which everybody is using. Use this hero to boost that ultimate. Maybe even have her ultimating quickly, ulting twice in a row, so she gets double the hits if you can somehow. Maybe with like a Jorgen or something like that for the energy boost shield. And then all of this extra stuff is just icing on the cake. Would Amira be good early game for new players? I don't know. She might be good against heavy defense teams that don't do much damage, so her ult hits big. Yeah, I can definitely see that, Dragon. I can definitely see her being a use case for a heavy tank or a heavy heal build, a timeout build, if you will. I can definitely see that use case. You can have Amira and Faceless plus stun paralyzing hero, Phobos, Arachne, Leon, or even Kark for high damage. Okay. Topaz says the issue I experienced was finding a team that kept her alive long enough to do something. I think that I really like Risk's team here. It's a Arachne tank, which isn't always going to work, but Arachne tank seemed to do very well against Dante tank, right? Oh, I guess it's an Astaroth tank, not a Dante tank. It's an Astaroth tank. Sorry, I'm a little out of frame there. You get my point though. So maybe the way to build Amira is more for offense, not being a counter hero. Like the fact that she has these counter abilities is very great. It's really solid. But maybe we build her around a big magic attack damage. I don't know. Just throwing it out there. But her main problem is she's split on too many sides, and in almost neither does a good job, decent at best. But does she save people money by switching to Geico? I mean, by not having to level up Helios, Morgan, Chaba, a magic defense artifact hero. I'm still a little undecided on her. I watched a lot of videos about her. Like I said, Olympus's and Misty's and a couple of others. And I'm just undecided. There are some definite upsides to using her, but do you need, is the things that she's countering such a pressing problem, such a huge issue that we can't just do without her? Can she get Dorian's aura? In some cases, Crypto Life, yes. Geico is a sponsor. I don't even use Geico for my car insurance. I just don't know if her benefit outweighs the fact that you need to up yet another hero. Well, D. Warman, consider that this would be more towards... The way I look at new heroes are for newer players, right? New heroes are for newer players that still have a way to go, right? And they can grow with these newer players. A lot of us that have been playing for a while, 6 months, a year, 3 years, we have solutions for the problems that she solves already. Like you said, for example, D. Warman, if you already have Helios leveled up per se. Amira would make more sense if we had same or similar factions as in mobile. Yeah, Calnup, I'm concerned, or I'm curious why we don't have a faction with, Satori and Martha and all that as well. Bottom line, says Finkelzo, against some teams you'd rather have her as the counter hero instead of Helios, Morgan, etc., and against some teams you won't. It all depends. Yep.